That's it fit, day 230, ladies and gentlemen. I'm keeping my voice down. I don't want to wake people up, but I had a quite difficult day today, guys, because I finally figured out where my headaches have been coming from. I've been complaining for like the last week. Guys, I've been having headaches like every single day. I didn't want to whine too much, but it's been really bad pretty much every day for the last week. It would peak around like the morning time and it would start sort of at the nighttime. And I've been trying to figure out what is causing this. I keep changing little different things about my routine to try and see what changes things. I've been basically troubleshooting my headache problem, trying to figure out what's going on by removing or adding one thing, at a time to see what it was. Today I solved it, guys. It's been caffeine. So caffeine withdrawal has been giving me some major headaches. I think the reason it's been getting so crazy recently is because I've been trying to fix my sleep routine. I've been trying to sleep earlier. So what I've been doing is I've been having a lot less caffeine at night, and I've been basically front loading my day with a bunch of caffeine so that I'd have it early in the day, and then I wouldn't have any at night. So that's when I would start getting withdrawal symptoms, and then in the morning it would be the worst until like later that morning I would start drinking caffeine and I'd feel better. So today I was trying really hard to basically go cold turkey. It was extremely difficult. I had a major migraine today. Really, really awful day today, guys. I don't want to complain too much, but I felt like I was going to puke. I had a major migraine and my head was throbbing, especially on like the right side of my head. It was not a fun day, and I think I held up my strength for quite a long time. I even actually went to sleep and had like a nap midway through the day, which is very unlike me. It's almost impossible for me to fall asleep during the daytime, so that's quite an event when that stuff happens. So I actually had 10 and a half hours of sleep over the last like 24 hours or so, so at least that's a positive. But eventually, I went to sleep around like 1 p.m. I woke up around like 3 p.m. I think, and then after that, I still felt like crap, so that's when I started comfort eating. I did cheat a little bit here and there today. I did cheat quite a bit today, I'm not going to lie, but I never went too crazy. I never lost control. I weighed everything I ate, and even though I did have a lot of junk food today, I'm okay with it. Today was a very difficult day, and if 2 days ago proved anything, it's that if I need to, I can just not eat very much for a day and then like reverse all that damage. So that's basically what I'm going to do tomorrow. If I keep doing this and then, it doesn't work out and I just keep like cheating every now and again, then I'll try a different strategy. But for now, if I have a bad cheat day today, like I did, I can just not eat very much the next day. And I think that'll be cool. I'll do kind of like an intermittent fasting type deal. I think that could help a lot. So we'll see. The last 2 days, I've been a lot leaner than I had been for a long time. I'm very motivated. I'm very happy about that. But I did cheat quite a bit today, starting pretty much when I woke up at 3 p.m. Before I was going to sleep, I was thinking like, okay, let me go to sleep, and then if I fall asleep and I wake up and I still feel like garbage, then okay, I'll have some caffeine, I'll have some junk food to make me feel better, and that is exactly what happened. I started eating again shortly after I woke up at around 3 p.m., and then at 4 p.m. I had a single Diet Dr. Pepper, almost totally eliminated my headache, so I had some more soda after that as well. I tried to go cold turkey off the caffeine. I'm way too addicted to it at this point, so I'm going to have to wean myself off slowly. Unfortunately, I'll probably be working on that in like 4 or 5 days. Up until then, I'm going to be working mainly on my diet, and then after that, I will work on getting myself off caffeine over the course of like another 4 or 5 days, something like that. I'll have like 3 sodas and then 2 sodas and then 1 soda. I'll kind of follow that sort of process so that I don't have my one side of my head throbbing the whole day. So today was not a very fun day, but I weighed in this morning at 176.0 pounds. I had 10 and a half hours worth of sleep. I had 5 grams of creatine as always. I was planning on running today, but obviously I felt like crap. And once I started finally feeling better, it was starting to get a little darker outside anyway, trying to get a tan. So I didn't really think it would be even worth the effort. And I did actually run yesterday anyways, which I wasn't planning on doing. So I'm happy with that being my run for the week. Maybe I'll run tomorrow or the next day if I feel like it, but I ran yesterday, so I'm okay with that. I had 3,875 calories worth of food today. I had quite a bit of junk food, obviously. I went like 2 or 3 days there without having any sugar. I'm definitely going to be working on that again, okay? Today was a misstep in that situation, but I did not have a very good day, so it's understandable. I'm not beating myself up about this. I'll be fine. It could certainly be way worse. Like I said, I actually even tracked everything. I wrote everything down. I weighed everything, so I know exactly how much I had. 3,875 calories of food, 119 grams of protein. Here's all the various things I ate today. I had 400 calories of Fig Newtons, 4 grams of protein. I had some baked Cheetos, 400 calories, 6 grams of protein. Cookies, 600 calories, 8 grams of protein. Ice cream and some Hershey's syrup, that was 440 calories with 6 grams of protein. Chocolate chips, 640 calories, 8 grams of protein. I had 2 turkey dogs, including the little dog in the bun. That was in total 430 calories, 23 grams of protein. I had a bunch of cheese, 550 calories with 35 grams of protein. Chili, 215 calories, 20 grams of protein. And I had some spaghetti as well with 200 calories, 7 grams of protein. All in all, today I had 3,875 calories, 119 grams of protein. Tomorrow is going to be upper body day, so it's going to be incline bench, pen lay rows, overhead press, lateral raises, and some chin-ups, and I'm going to be eating probably very little tomorrow, which I'm okay with. You know, I've done fasts before. I've done a few day-long fasts where I didn't have any calories for an entire day. One time I did a 3-day fast. That sucked. I'm never going to do that ever again, but I know what I can do. I'm not going to like pass out or do anything crazy like that. I put myself through some pretty intense physical challenges in the past. I know what I can handle. I can go a day where I only have a few hundred calories. That's fine. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not in any danger. I know what I'm doing. And if it causes me to start binge eating a lot or something like that, if I do this too often, I'll recognize that and I'll reverse course. You know, I'm not going to do anything too drastic, but I think maybe doing some days here and there where I just almost fast for a day and all I have is like a protein shake or two or some chicken or something like that. I'm okay with doing that. You know, I'm okay with experimenting around a little bit. Because keeping myself on track and only being at like a minor deficit every day, not really my style, to be honest. I'm a little bit sick of that method. I want to kind of try something new. Hopefully that'll work, and I think today was going to be a really good day if it wasn't for that crazy headache. At least I finally figured out what's been causing these headaches. I've been suffering recently, guys, so things are actually looking pretty up, even though I did eat a lot today. I think today could have gone a lot worse, and I'm very happy with how things are recently. I'm going to make up for today tomorrow, so it's really not that big a deal. All right, I'll change the subject, okay? So what kind of media did I consume today? Well, I didn't really feel good until like later half of the day, so I actually watched the first episode of that Wednesday series, or at least most of it. My headache was major, so there's like, if I try to play games or watch anything too like intensive or whatever, that was gonna make my headache worse. You know, I was chilling in here, just keeping the lights off, you know, wrapped in a blanket, like just trying to chill a little bit while I watched it. I watched most of the first episode. It seems cool. Maybe I'll continue watching it. I got like 15 minutes left in it because that's the point where I was like, okay, F this, I'm going to sleep. So, yeah. And then, is that it? I think that is it. Oh, and I've been watching a bunch of police body cam footage and stuff like that. That's fun. I enjoy that. And some court footage as well, where the judge is like, you gotta change your life around. You gotta, it's very dramatic. So that stuff is fun. But yeah, that is it for today. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to eat a lot less, obviously, to make up for today. No worries. I'm very confident I'll be able to do that. And I'm going to be doing a bunch of upper body workouts. I'll see you tomorrow for day 231. Actually, I might do a weekly video tomorrow. I'm like a month behind, so I might do that. Your mother is so fat that she went out for a late night stack. Hold on. Your mother is so fat that she went out for a late night snack and she bankrupted the local Golden Corral. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.